I've played a lot of Minecraft recently, and I thought that I could show you around in the base that I have, and also show Nirth's market, which is behind me. And yeah, I just want to show you my skin. It's pretty cool, huh? Got a Nirth heart on my chest. Okay. And over here is my friend's base, but I won't go over there in this video. Maybe if you find the video that I'm making here interesting, I can consider exploring his um, fort or base or castle, whatever you want to call it. And it is not so cool with the darkness and the night, so I'm just gonna sleep through it, and then I'll show you around. And so, as you can see, my house is underwater, and this is something I've done for a long time to build bases underwater. I just think it looks so cool. Like if you look at this from up here, it feels very different than most Minecraft houses. And so glass roofs where there's like a box that you can look into and then just see what the whole place is all about. And so I've got some birch wood floor here, and then I got some of my armor put on these shelves. Got a bunch of furnaces, and then I have a bucket system here. This typically is full of lava buckets, and then this has just empty buckets naturally. And then I put those into the furnace to is it called smelt or melt? Iron and gold and all that good stuff. And then in here, I have quite an extensive chest system set up. I am planning to make the whole floor white and blue, like you can see here. Um, it's just that I haven't been finding too many sheep recently, and so I only got this much wool. But someday this will be a pretty fancy floor. It kind of looks like a floor of like a castle or something, and given my walls, it kind of seems to suit it. When it comes to this wood up here, I don't really know if it fits properly in or not. Maybe in the future I'll like change that out with gold blocks or something. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a bit. But the chess system here is really important in the way that I am playing this game, particularly now that I'm on a realm with some friends. This is my friend's realm, and it's been a lot of fun playing here. So that was my chest room. I plan on building a portal to the Nether here. The next time I play, you know, extensively. And then here I had some pumpkins and some watermelons first, and then it was pretty much just sealed off here. But then I realized that it was not just small, but it was way small. Like it barely produces anything. And so recently I've tried to make some sort of pattern in the roof here, and just make a long tunnel. It's still a lot of work. It takes a long time to mine out such a big area. And, I got some beets here and some wheat. And I haven't found the other vegetables and fruits yet, but I'm hoping to find some cocoa at some point. And then actually, I can show you over here first. At the end here, I came across one of those underground, I don't know what they're called, like train stations. And they have chests with melon seeds and pumpkin seeds and rare items. And I came across one of these cave spider spawners. And at first, I was very confused because I couldn't get it to work. But I can show you a little bit about like what it's like. So there's a spawner over there, and behind it there are buckets of water, and then the spiders kind of just struggle there on the edge for a little bit, and then eventually they cave in. They are cave spiders after all, and then they fall down to the floor, and they leave behind string, but not experience. And I was like, but this is an experienced farm. Like, what am I supposed to do? And then I talked to my friend Liquid Divinity, and he said that I am supposed to make them drop all the way down there so that they barely survive. Because apparently, with the cave spiders, or maybe all mobs, I don't know if there's like been an update or something that makes it this way, but they need to be hit once in order to yield experience. And so at some point, I will experiment with the height of this so that the spiders fall down and, yeah, barely survive. And then I can just do something. I don't know. Maybe I can set up some dispensers and just shoot out a million arrows. Um, but yeah, I don't know fully what to do. Maybe if you have some suggestions, you can put it in a comment. And yeah, the spiders are really starting to stack up now, and there's a bunch of string down there. But anyway, this was my spawner that I just came across in my farm. And so it certainly is a big part of this underwater base. And also, if you're part of the server, feel free to just come in here at any point in time and collect some string. That's perfectly fine with me. No privacy needed. I have a bunch of dogs. And when I started building this underwater house, I already had all the dogs, but they disappeared, and I was so sad. I had made myself a little hole and tried to start putting in some glass, and getting a decent area here. But there was only one of the dogs that would spawn in the little underwater house. And so I was a little curious about what had happened with the dogs. And so I went up to the surface and into the desert on like solid ground, and they still did not spawn. So I thought that they were all long gone. And I don't know what happened, but one day I just came down here and all my dogs were here, and I was confused and happy at the same time. And so all the dogs have been with me ever since. This box right here is pretty interesting. And then I can probably put on my stuff now. This box here, I will bring with me through my secret tunnel that some may know of already. If not, I'll have to figure something out. But it's a cool tunnel. I'll show you how it connects to everything later. I just want to briefly show you my mine first. This is pretty much just a stair all the way down to the bedrock. And I have tested a few runs of just how to get diamonds at various levels, and then eventually I caved in, looked up an article on how to do this, and apparently if you're standing, like I don't know if there's any information here now if I plus F3, but if you stand on the 6th block and mine, no wait, if you stand on the 5th, mine the 6th, the 7th, not the 8th, not the 9th, but the 10th and the 11th. Apparently between the 5th or the 12th and the 5th, there's like a lot of diamonds. And so if you jump 2 over, or maybe just 1, let me see here. Yeah, if you go 2 over, then essentially it's just this area here and up here. Let's see. Like these 4 blocks that can potentially hold diamonds that you wouldn't be able to see. So essentially if you only have like 4 diamonds like right here, potentially, then it wouldn't be good. But let's say the cluster is here, then you will see it, and then you can go into it. And then I've tried to use some sort of redstone torch system to where I just go straight forward until I come across a diamond, and I'll show you in a second where I found the first diamond. Right here. And you can see there are 8 torches. I found 8 diamonds here. And then apparently per chunk, like 16 by 16 blocks, there's a chance for 1 diamond to appear or something like that. And then I'm wondering if I can somehow just mark all the diamonds that I find down here with redstone and potentially use that as a way of identifying when there are hidden diamonds within those 4 blocks that I try to like show up there and here. Yeah, so I got like 20 diamonds, something like that, which is pretty cool. I'm not a very, very hardcore player, and so that for me is quite the accomplishment. All right, so I'm going to show you what I do with this chest now. This is essentially where I put all the things that is from my chest system over here. As this is kind of my personal chest system. And then I'll show you what I do with excess items and so on. Because the video here is called Nirth's Market, and we haven't even made it to that place yet. So we'll see what happens. Also, I just am super curious. I need to double check if my recording is going. Yes, it is. Okay, awesome. Man, I had so much trouble getting to fix the sound. Like, I couldn't for the living of me find out how to turn on the music in the right channel on my computer to make it funnel into my audio board. But yeah, so I found a lava pond here, and I got some more lava ponds down in down within the bedrock, and then I just fill it up with lava buckets, bring it back, and then it's all good. Okay, so over here to my secret passage, I'm gonna show you. This is pretty cool. So it is I don't even know what this is called. A well, something like that. There's some water in there. It's kind of not obvious that there's a place down here, but that's what I do anyway. But actually, maybe I can show you how it looks like from the outside. I mean, you saw me sitting in the boat and whatnot, but yeah, it was just over there. This is a boat dock. You can park your boats here if you want to come to the Nirth's Market. It's open 24/7. And just a quick reminder there, this is my friend's realm, and so you don't actually have access to this unless you already know of the server. And so, yeah, I guess that's that. Okay, so I am not too familiar with redstone, and so the best thing I could manage was this single mechanism. There's water. And then to make it look a little better than just a hole in the wall, I figured I might as well just put up some iron trapdoors or whatever they're called. And there's a creeper. I am not a fan of those, so I'm just going to sneak into the market here. Nirth's Market, open 24/7. All right, let's see what Nirth's Market has to offer. This over here, I don't really know what to do with. I am considering putting like an ender chest here, just so that people can, access things from far away. And so here is my main selling area. I have a lot of chests in there. And then over here, I have an exchange. And then I have some more area in kind of like the walls here. I don't know what to do there just yet, but essentially exchange the requested items for the gold in each item slot. And I'll show you how this works. Okay, let me see. I actually don't have the items, but let's do a pretend thing. Okay, so I'm not opening the chest. And on the sign here, it says 1 gold ingot for 8 iron ingots. And so if it was the case that I would have, this is sand, but if it was iron ingot, I could swap the gold with the ingot here with the gold. No, wait. I could swap the gold with the iron ingots and do trading like this. And so, oh, well, yeah, I want to sell 64 wood. And you can see here, someone has actually done it. Okay, so then I can claim those and reorganize my chest. And I think someone stole some of my gold. That's not nice. No, it's because okay, right. I have changed the prices, but not the amount of gold in here. Okay. Thank you. I think this must have been Håkon. Yeah, okay, that was my mistake. All right, and so we just do that. The reason for this is that I give my customers uh, an option to come in here, do some basic things like wood, diamonds, iron ingot, glowstone. Like those are fairly standard items. If you don't want to trade away your gold, and then you can get some gold, and then you can take it over to Nirth's markets. You have farmers market, you have miscellaneous market, miners market, and materials market. If we head over here, you can see that I got some melon. Think of the future. Essentially, what's going to happen is that as my farms increase in size and productivity, I'll start offering bigger stacks of, or bigger, what are these even called? Just like bigger numbers of melon for this 1 gold ingot price. And then there will be like an economic equilibrium between the amount of gold in circulation in our economy and just my production. So I'll just the amount of melon that people can buy for a gold ingot, both with my production and the circulating gold. And so if something just flies off the shelf, then I'll put up the price, and if things are stagnant, then I'll slowly reduce the price, and so on. Here's my gold nugget box. Typically, I just put random things in here to make it a little messy, but then it's like, wait, you can get a diamond shovel for a gold nugget. And so this is kind of like the gold nugget in my market, where you kind of can do a bargain if you're interested. So I got some beetroot. Shout out to Mr. Shroot. That's what it's called. Okay, Miners Market. Got some lapis lazuli. Probably butchered that pronunciation. A lava bucket. Got some. Ah, all the diamonds sold last time. I forgot. And then, yeah, eventually I'll add more chests on top of this, and then potentially in the future, I don't know if this is likely or not, but there could be a second floor here, or maybe I'll build another, structure here. But essentially, there's a whole chest system here, and then I showed you my personal chest system earlier, and these chest systems are pretty cool. In my private system, then I essentially just gather things for myself, and then this chest system is an extended arm of my complete inventory. And so I kind of can section off parts of the resources that I gather that I can then have up for sale. Not necessarily that I would like for them to be sold or anything. Then I can just adjust the price higher and so on. But, essentially I then invite people in to take part of my inventory if they're interested. And so I'm now filling up the glass. Here we got the sand. Let's see here. That was 64. And there we go. And then let's see how many birch planks. Actually, I'm gonna keep the wood here because my personal chest of wood is pretty empty at this point. And yeah, so that's essentially it. I can explain shortly the mechanism here with the gold. So for example, if I do like this, when you go into Nirth's market, you can essentially go in here, trade wood for gold, for example, and you bring your gold over here, and then you can trade the gold for some melon, for example. And yeah, maybe we want an ender pearl, like that, and so on. And yeah, I don't know. For me, this is pretty fun. I think it's pretty rewarding to build a market, a big structure here with some cool doors and an economy here. There are some interesting, I don't know what this would be called, like a ratio or a balance. Like for example, you have to pay I will pay you 4 gold ingots for 64 wood, making it 1 gold ingot per 64 No, that's not how it works. Let's see here. Um, you would time that with math on the spot. Yeah, of course. What am I saying? Yes, 1 gold ingot per 64 planks. And then over here, you can say you can see that I'm charging 2 gold ingots for a stack of planks, and so I have the difference here. So it's kind of a service where you can do items for gold to then bring it over here. Same with the diamonds. You can see that it's 8 gold ingots for diamond here, and if you want to exchange it here, then it costs 10. And so if someone brings me a diamond, I'll pay them 10. And that makes no sense. Let me see here. I have done a lot of changes in the prices here to try to give a better balance. Okay, that makes no sense. That's really funny. You should call me out in the comments because that's just bad maths. Because essentially I'll pay 10 and sell them for 8. Let's see here. I meant to put this at 12. I don't know fully where these prices should be. Let's see here. Diamond, 12 gold ingots. I'm glad I saw that. That would be really dumb. So I do need to keep an eye out. If not, you can potentially do some serious arbitrage here. But all right. I hope I didn't make any other mistakes. I'm really tempted though. I just need to check this. Okay, I pay 1 gold ingot for 8 iron ingots. Let me see what I charge for them over here. Okay, okay. So I pay 1, get 8. I sell 6, get 1 back. So essentially I accumulate a surplus of iron. Oh, the math here on the spot. Like if I'm thinking about it on my own, that's one thing, but when I'm recording, that is just not gonna work. Same like when I have the Pokemon battles, it's just it gets problematic when I'm trying to remember all the names of the Pokemon, but all right. So this is Nirth's Market. I am interested in hearing what you think of my buildings. I know that they're not pristine, but I think they work for their use case. And with the materials that I have available. And so yeah, I'm interested to hear if there's anything in particular you would like me to show you of other parts of the server here. Maybe I can show you my friend's base over there at some point. I even try to mess around with the microphone settings. Potentially we could do voice chat at the same time. That could be pretty interesting. And then also, let me know if you have any ideas as for what I could build in here. I think it could be pretty cool to get an enchanting table and all those other fancy Minecraft mechanics that I don't have a full grasp on, to be honest. I played Minecraft back in 2011, and then ever since I've played it somewhat yearly, but I'm always returning to vanilla, and I also don't really go all that deep. Like I love farming melons, building castles, and I've also had a lot of fun in the end. But there are a lot of things that I don't fully grasp with this game, but that's part of the charm. There's a lot to learn. And so with that, I think I'm gonna not jump off my tower here, but see if the recording is still going. Yes, it is. 25 minutes. That seems like a decent place to end off. And so I hope you enjoyed watching, and have a great day.